Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Versailles, and today we're going to do the 5.5 star weekly, and we're going to be using Yasuo, Relics, our Tempest Blade, Everfrost, and Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel gives you an extra revive, and it also makes it so that Yasuo, if he's removed, you get another one. Yasuo is pretty easy to remove. You can use something like Spell Shield as well, kind of fulfills the same purpose. And aside from that, you maybe want Troll King's Crown or Beast Within if you have it. That'll give you a source of overwhelm. Your other weakness on Yasuo is actually being able to connect with the enemy nexus. And the 5.5 star special rules are fan favorite. Round start, give the foe's strongest unit +2/+0 and overwhelm this round. And Broken Blade, when the player plays a card, increase the cost of other copies of it everywhere by 2. So Yasuo doesn't usually need to play too many copies of the same card, and the ones that you do are low cost to start with, so overall it's not that bad of a modifier. And ideally you want to find an extra stun in your starting power. I didn't find one, but I think I'm happy to take Sea's Fury here. Not happy, but you take it. Chempunk Shredder has the power when they damage one of your units, it gets stunned. It's actually like a really strong control, and so you could potentially run out of cards since it's also the first adventure here. So you need to be careful about that. The first round, if you have a Blade Twirler, play it. Second round, you just want to stay alive. On this round, we are going to want to drop Yasuo so that he can remove the rest of the board. Unfortunately, we do get hit with a True Shot Barrage here. And this will stun both of our units. Oh, I guess it kills the one, stuns the other. And we can use Steel Tempest. One of the problems with running out of cards is that your champion spell is Steel Tempest, which means that, and Steel Tempest has draw a card on it, so you actually can't replace your card with your champion spell, which is the normal way that you don't run out of cards. As you can see, they've been doing a pretty good job of just removing all of our board. I can't do anything about this. He will die next round. We'll attack here. Static Shock will make it so that we don't get our attack in, which is unfortunate. We're going to try to stay away from cards that draw cards here. We're just going to play Double Blast Codes Seedling. Hope they stay alive. They might not. Yasuo dies again, that's fine. We'll play Stinky Womp. Since we got rid of the Funsmith, our units don't die there. And we're going to go ahead and recall so that we can just make a bigger tentacle. And then drop another unit here. We're down to 2 cards, so if this attack doesn't win, we lose the game. But we make it through. Shield Vault has Grifter's deck, that'll keep us from running out of cards. As you can see in that last adventure, we ended up with like 2. And if we had played our other draw cards, we would have had 0. So that is just something you have to watch out for. Swain has Ravenous Flock, which deals damage to stunned units. That is interesting. This has Keeper of the Box, which has Lifesteal and a Mana Gem. I'm going to prefer that. And I think I'm going to go towards the Spells chest, which means we can take Feral Mystic here. I think Bright Steel Protector is a little bit harder because the barrier makes it harder to remove, and one of our advantages is that we're really good at removing the board. Getting Yasuo down is really important, so we're going to start with Keeper of the Box. That's a lot of damage that's going to come at us next round. But unfortunately we don't have other stuns, so we have two choices. One, we can play 2 Blade Twirlers, and then drop Yasuo next round. If we do that, we're going to be taking 10 damage. I'm going to call that fine. Actually, we can't play both Blade Twirlers because of Broken Blade. That's still fine. We can drop Yasuo because he's not going to level here. And we actually can't attack anyway, so we could have played something different. We could have played the second Blade Twirler. We'll level here though. And unfortunately he didn't kill everything, but that is okay. We'll wait for the attack and then use Yasuo's Steel Tempest here. Killing the unit. We want to kill another unit as well while we can. That way there's less to block us on this attack. Gonna drop Kayn. And we really shouldn't have anything to worry about. Steel Tempest to get rid of the unit. Attack with Kayn with Scout here because I want some hit points back. Unfortunately, that drop is going to make it so I don't get my hit points back. But I think that's okay. Play Keeper of the Box. I'll at least get 2. Spirit Journey, summoning a champion, I think is probably good. We can use it on Yasuo and take advantage of the Guardian Angel, or refresh the Guardian Angel even. And I said I wanted the spells chest, there's nothing good there, but if there was like a decent stun I would have taken that. We're gonna go to Squeaker, whose power is once the foe has summoned 3 Mecha Yordles, they summon a trumpet guy. Trumpetetcher. You do want to keep like a Concussive Palm or Steel Tempest in hand so that on round 2 you don't die. Round 2 and 4 are going to be your worst turns. So we could play Yasuo here, but I think Concussive Palm is a little more defensive. Actually significantly more defensive. We're going to pass. Double block here. I think I'll keep the Keeper alive because we could potentially get some hit points off of it. They're gonna pass, let them play a card. Then we're gonna drop Yasuo, he'll level up, clearing most of the board. Can't really attack with the Keeper. I mean, maybe they would let us get away with it, but it's not assured. And it does look like we're gonna... I thought we were gonna take 9 from that guy, but since he gained 2 hit points, or 2 power, he died instead, which is great. We can use Shield Bolt here. There are 2 Trumpetetchers. Not sure why there are 2. It's just gonna have to be fine. We Spirit Journey here, we're gonna lose a lot of our power, but we'll stop dying. And I'm fine losing our lifesteal guy. him connecting gave us the lifesteal that we wanted anyway. Drop another Keeper of the Box.
Then I will take it as well. Life and death on a blade's edge.
I think attacking with everything is probably incorrect here. We only have a couple cards left, we can figure out what all of those are. So, we're going to Shield Bolt again, getting rid of another unit. So they played their last card. And recall the one without spell shield. Now we attack. Winning the game, getting some hit points back. I think none of these cards are very good. Maybe Slipstream was the better option. Take Bouncing Blades just because you can afford it. And then here we have Concussive Palm with doubling dice. I think that's worth taking one copy of since you have Concussive Palm in your deck anyway. Get rid of your worst card, which is Shadow Assassin. Move on to Zoe, whose power is Sparky Kiddo. Round start, create a random 3 or less cost Celestial card in the foe's hand. Give it Fleeting and reduce its cost by 1. And this hand looks really good. Has everything we're looking for. Has the mana gem to get Yasuo down early. Has Concussive Palm in case we need to do that. Also has Yone to double stun later. It's always going to be a problem, but it is not a problem for right now. We could double stun with Yone here. Or we could drop a Blade Twirler and take damage. And I think I'm gonna actually Concussive Palm first. It'd be better if you played that after, but I do want to get Fae Blade Twirler down. Actually, I also didn't want to die. That was the main thing. I didn't want to die.
You cannot win.
So I'm gonna have to palm the Serpent here. And I don't know if passing makes sense. You can use Blade's Edge to get rid of the spell shield off of Zoe. That'll let him play a card.
Destiny waits. Of course, he picked the
I don't know why that played 3 times, but here we are. They're gonna strip Spell Shield off of Zoe again. And it gets reapplied. Kill the other 2 units. Our win condition unfortunately gets silenced. But it shouldn't be that bad. We have a decent amount of power. And we win the game. Black Cleaver's kind of nice on Yasuo because it gives you more power to remove their units with. So I'm happy taking that. And for a power, you can take Welcome Gifts is fine. Again, we still want to get Hold It or Follow the Wind, but if we can't find it, we take what we can. Gonna keep a Fae Blade Twirler and a Concussive Palm here. We're not gonna be able to play on round 2, which means we could potentially take A lot of damage. Concussive Palm here. Hopefully it doubles. It did not. I think taking 5 is fine. It'll preserve the tentacle. Tentacle has lifesteal, which is nice. I think if I pass, they'll get rid of one of their cards. They did not. And they're just gonna attack. So, that was a mistake. But it's fine. Stun one. Overall, we take 2 damage there. That is acceptable. We'll drop Kane. And they're basically out of... well, they were out of cards. Drop Navori Blade Scout as a passing move. Let them play their cards. Now we'll drop Yasuo to clear the board. Gonna take us a couple more rounds to finish, but that's okay. And we'll drop our Keeper of the Box. That'll give us some hit points back. Thing we could have done is attack with Scout with Kane. He would have leveled. We could have dropped him as the lifesteal guy, and then, or not the lifesteal, but the heal guy, and then we could have used Shield Bolt on the Keeper of the Box, and we would have gotten like 5 extra hit points there. But I didn't think it necessary, so I didn't do that. But it's a thing you could have done. And take Vanguard Lookout. That's good protection. And we're gonna go towards Power of the Stars. Had I looked ahead, I probably wouldn't have spent the money on the power because there could be a 500 cost power there, and that'd probably be any better than the Vanguard Lookouts. I cannot talk. Drop Keeper of the Box. That'll let us play Yasuo next round. This guy has elusive, so he can attack. 1 damage isn't a lot of damage, but it's more than 0 damage. I'm gonna pass again and decide if we need to drop Yasuo. We're gonna take 6 here. I think that's acceptable. Actually, we can take even less. We'll take 0. How about that? I'm gonna pass there, let them play a card. I feel like they can play another card, so I'm gonna go ahead and play our Blade's Edge here. Then we'll drop Yasuo. Okay, he didn't level, which was the point of passing. That is okay. Attack anyway. And we'll put the equipment on the Keeper of the Box so we can get some hit points back in case we need it. We have a weirdly low amount of total stuns here. That's fine, we steal Tempest, that'll clear the board. And this Blade's Edge will make our tentacle bigger. No, Steel Tempest already took it. We attack. They can't do anything, we win. And we'll double up on Shield Vault here. We did get over 500 coins, which is nice. And, I mean, there's a lot of good cards here. I think I'm going to take the +1 starting mana. And get rid of our worst card, which is probably the Darkened Lodestone. And we go into Viktor, whose power is beyond mere flesh. Those units have +1/+1 for each keyword. And because we got that extra mana, We don't need the Keeper of the Box, so we can just keep all our stuns in hand. That sounds pretty good. These guys randomly got Radiant Plate Armor, which is also very good. And we do want to strip Spell Shield off of Viktor. I think the earlier we do that, probably the better. Although he could get it right back. We can attack with these guys, they're not going to die. Did get Deathless, means we're going to have to kill him twice. And we're going to drop Yasuo. Not sure the best course of action here. Let's start with Concussive Palm though. This will level up Yasuo. Does not quite get rid of Viktor. That's okay, we can shield bolt. Viktor will die here, but he'll come back with Deathless. He gets Spell Shield, but I don't think we're super worried about that. I'm gonna pass. I want to see what the attack is before I commit any of my resources. So a thing you can do into Broken Blade is play your spells at the same time, then their cost won't be increased. And then I use Will of Ionia to remove the giant unit. Attack with everything, it's gonna get blocked. That's okay. The Blade's Edge here. He random into the Obliterate spell, which is really nice. We'll drop Lord Pharaon, Captain Pharaon. He's not a lord. I think we can pass again. If they end the turn, their unit dies, we attack for 70. And we win! And that is how you play against Broken Blade. Yasuo is, again, one of the best champions in the game, especially for doing content at 3 stars and no epic relics. A little unfortunate that this is, you know, almost Sunday now, and the quests are set on Monday, so we only have like a day to take advantage of this video. I'll post it immediately. But hopefully that helps, and it gives you a way to play against that nightmare, and you can refer to that in the future if you need to look at how to beat the Broken Blade modifier. Anyway, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.